On the morning of July 20, 2025, a Hellenic Coast Guard vessel docked at the Greek port of Lavrio. It carried 247 foreign nationals who had entered the country illegally from Libya. These individuals were intercepted during 5 separate incidents in the sea south of the islands of Gavdos and Crete. This event highlights a significant shift in Greece's approach to migration, underpinned by a recently passed Asylum suspension amendment. Under this new legal framework, individuals arriving illegally from Libya are not permitted to apply for asylum. Instead, they are immediately placed into detention and face return procedures. Means they will not be accommodated in the Ministry of Migration's reception facilities or be allowed to remain free. Upon their arrival in Lavrio, police began transferring the 247 individuals to pre-removal detention centers, known as PROKEKA. To support this new policy, the Ministry of Migration has secured additional facilities to be used by the police as detention areas for any future illegal entries. The government's message, as articulated by officials from the Ministry of Migration, is direct. Anyone entering illegally from Libya will not have an asylum application processed. A return order will be issued and the individual will be detained until that order is executed. Thanos Plevris, the Minister of Migration and Asylum, has been vocal about this new, stricter stance. In a public statement, he confirmed that the 247 migrants have been arrested and are being taken to detention facilities. He emphasized the close cooperation between the Coast Guard, the police, and his ministry to convert existing facilities into closed detention centers to hold individuals until their return. The message is clear. We do not accept their asylum applications. We arrest them, we place them in detention facilities, and we initiate their return process, Minister Plevris stated. This new legislation comes in response to what the government describes as a significant increase in irregular arrivals by sea from North Africa. The law, passed on July 11th, designates Libya as a safe third country, enabling authorities to fast-track deportations. However, this has drawn sharp criticism from human rights organizations like Amnesty International and the Greek Council for Refugees, who argue that Libya is not safe for migrants and that the law violates international and EU asylum principles. The Greek government maintains that these measures are necessary to control its borders and deter human traffickers. Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis stated the decision was difficult but necessary, sending a message to traffickers that their efforts would be futile. In a related incident, the Coast Guard and the EU's border agency Frontex rescued another 63 foreign nationals from a boat south of Gavdos. These individuals were taken to the port of Crete in Gavdos to await a decision on their next steps. These events are part of a larger trend, with reports of 175 people arriving from Libya to Crete in 3 separate incidents just a day prior. This enforcement of a stricter migration policy, focusing on detention and deportation for arrivals from Libya, signals a new chapter in how Greece is managing migration on its southern maritime border.